The magic rubber. I hate rubber, so I like cutting the rubber all away and making it just disappear. It's magic, people. Things are getting very majestic because we are doing some crazy things that have been done before by the ones before us. Hit that like. Let's conquer the unknown. Hit that subscribe and let's cut tires the old school way because we're old school cool. When I say I'm gonna cut a tire with a cheese grater, I don't really mean a cheese grater. What I really mean is like a Stanley Bondo file. You can actually see this. It's got a flat blade on it. I did buy a radius blade, but from the research I've done, the flat blade seems to work the best. I've never done this, okay? I've seen it done when I was younger. A lot of people don't even do it this way no more. They prefer just to use the sander. You know, this thing right here, like a little grinder. That's just because people's gotten lazy over the years. They got that fear in them. They say it's a lot better that way. It's not. This is faster. All you're doing is you're taking a chunk of rubber off theoretically and you're just cleaning it with the sander. It's old school cool. That's the only reason I'm doing it. How do you think Cody of the Mallory's probably cut some tires, or the Ron Moons, or the Blaze Martins, or the original TJ Newtons? Bondo file. Just ruin a brand new set of tires, please. Two things. I don't really know how much air you're supposed to put in these when you go to cut it. I just probably got mine at like 15 PSI. Also, I do not have a gauge made yet to check the depth. So I'm just gonna use my eyes, okay? The good Lord upstairs, he gave me eyes. I don't have to be too specific. It is a flat track go-kart. We're just gonna eyeball it. Throw this thing on there. There's two types of people in this world. You got one style of person, they've got to read the instructions, buddy. They've got to do 17 days worth of research. They got to ask people. They got to call this person. They got to aggravate the crap out of somebody. And then you got people like me. It's like, you know, I don't really know how to do it, but what I do know is if I just start doing it, I'll eventually get it done. I do know you got to keep it super lubricated. So I went and just went with a pump sprayer, palm olive water mix. Let's give her a pump. Look at that. Let's see, which way do I want to do this with? Not that way. I hate to interrupt y'all, but we're at the comment of the day. This comment of the day is brought to y'all by Bob Johnson's Coffee Shop. It's over there in Sunnyvale off of Victory Lane Drive, and he says y'all need to come get your coffee from him. If you got a business and you want to sponsor a comment of the day, let us know. Thanks, Bob Johnson or Bill. Let's get on to it. This comment comes from as in an AZZ. He does 2 times. As 4549. He says, what is this type of cart called? Well, as 4549, I'm glad you asked. It's a great question. If you are new into this deal or you're thinking about getting one of these, what do I type on Facebook Marketplace to go get raped on a price on a piece of crap? You would type in, this is a dirt track flat cart. They're really cool. This particular brand's a Premier, but there's like a dozen different brands. And if you are looking to get into the sport, know with what you're buying, go to the track, communicate. Don't go buy something somebody else doesn't even know what it is. You might overpay. Hey, I appreciate you dropping a comment. God bless. Let's get back with the show. This thing is angled, so I'm assuming which way would I want to do it. We're going left or right. I made my mind up. I'm not going all the way to the edge. I'm going to get probably like 3/4 of an inch off each corner. There's a hump right there, so I can definitely be a little harder on the 2 humps and then level out the center. Here goes nothing. Little scary there. Okay, got me some slack here. Sure, I'll figure out what angle to hold this thing that works the best. Oh gosh, let's try the other way. Definitely not that way, okay. Doesn't take off quite as much as what you would think. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even got the freaking nipples off yet. So that is a good feeling. As long as you keep it good and wet, I don't think you're going to chance just, you know. This is actually not scary at all. I mean, I still have my center line in there. Just keep taking some off. It almost shines this thing up like a Formula 1 tire. It's not too bad, and actually I can see it get more and more square. Like I've pretty well got it square, so now I can just kind of take a good portion all the way across, which I still feel like I've got plenty more depth to go. And you've got these wear marks. You can kind of look at those and gauge it to see if you got more rubber on one side or the other. And you can obviously give it a good eyeball. Use your eyes, people. He gave them to us. Just look across that thing. Look across it. Get a couple angles. You know what I mean? Really. Look across it. It's real nice. Okay, I got some good news. I done learned something. See, this goes to the theory of you just start doing it and you figure it out every time. I swear to you. It could be anything. You want to do it, just do it. You'll figure it out. But here's what I figured out. See, at first I was leaning back on that thing, man. I was getting down on it, right? When I figured out you got to lean forward, okay? Tire spins to you, lean forward. Watch this right here. Watch how smooth I am with this thing. Man, I feel good about this now. Look at that. Look at that. We're getting close, ladies and gentlemen. Whew, looking real nice. And sometimes rubber, it gets all caked in there. Look at that. Interesting. I might save this stuff and use it like a decorative, like for vases and stuff in the house. I don't know if using this air blower as a tool to get this out is a good idea though. All right. Going off my eyes, we could go a little bit closer. Just a little bit. I like that. I can deal with that. We are done with our rubbers, okay? You done us good, Stanley. This, like I said, is a Stanley Sureform. The number on that is 21-296. Sincerely. Okay, class, let me show you guys what we got going on here. This is our F1 dirt track go-kart tire. It's nice and shiny. Okay, that's not the soap. That's just you getting past that dadgum base layers. You see the grooves in it? We cannot do that. We cannot have them little ridges all the way across the tire. So we got to get the sanding. We're going to start off with like 80 grits. We're just going to go from there. Now this time we will stand on the opposite side of the sander. We want the tire rolling away from us, okay? We will still be using our same cooling method with our Harbor Freight pump sprayer with the palm olives. I hate a freaking olive though. I don't know if you eat olives or cucumbers or mayonnaise or sour cream, there's something wrong with you people. Y'all have got some devil in you. That's all I'm saying. I really believe that, big believer. I know sometimes I don't give y'all all the tips, but here's a little tip. And what I like to do is I'll go one direction and I'll go the other direction. I won't just go right to left, right to left, right to left. Sometimes I hit them with that left to right. And that left to right, I get on the front of that thing, baby, and it just smooths it out. Either way, I'm counting approximately about 7 passes we're gonna be doing on this before we get it to our next layer of sandpaper. We're getting close. I'm almost doing this like you would do auto body work. You can kind of see the shine where I have not got to that depth yet. As long as you're still seeing them shiny lines, I'll pretty much run that 80 grit till I get rid of those, and that kind of at least tells me I'm smooth all the way across. Completely true. I don't need no body filler in there, okay? No body fillers needed. Should just be a couple more passes and we'll be good with this. Nice. I'll give you guys a peek here. You're out there hitting it with the 80 grit. It's got a nice tiger paw texture to it. So now we got to kind of smooth this thing out. Y'all can see how much rubber I cut. Not really. I guess you can't tell. Probably around 25 thousandths. I mean, I'm damn near an engineer, people. I know my stuff here. So more or less from here, from this point forward, we will go up on our grit number. Okay, we started off with a 80. We will then go to a 180. We will then go to a 220. And then we will go to 400, baby. 400. A few passes each side till it's nice and smooth. We got ourselves a finished product. Man, it's getting hot in here. Where'd my 180 grit go? Here's my 180 grit go. Hit with that juice, baby. That juice. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ow. We're getting a little better. We're getting a feather. We're getting that tiger paw out of it, people. That's all we're doing here. Let's hit him with that 220. 240 short. Again, now you've noticed I don't go all the way to edge. I'm about 3/4 off because you don't want to take off that shoulder. That's your meat, baby. That's a drive. That's a drive to survive. Only about to hit him that 400. How's your guys' vision? Let me clean y'all off a little bit. It's getting dirty in here. Y'all getting down and dirty with me today. It's actually looking very nice. Obviously, when you go with the Bondo file, it really gets into the tire. So 400's got it smooth, people. But I need something else. Let me look for something else, see what we can finish this thing off with. I think what I'm gonna do to finish this here off is I got some 400 grit smooth, no hole, baby, no hole. And I'm just gonna layer this baby down with that soap. I'm just gonna hand sand across, kind of just, you know, just finesse it just a little bit. It's all I got. If I had 600, I'd do it. So try not to apply too much pressure per finger. Kind of even pressure, people, even pressure. I don't even know if this is necessary. Just a good wiping. Give it a good polish here. That's exactly what you want. I don't give a crap. Like me, hate me, but if you were a legit go-kart person, tire guy, and you've seen this, you might would say, Tom, it's not the best work I've ever seen, but I got to give it to you, Tom. It's pretty good. And anybody that talks trash can kiss your ass. That's what he'd say. It's what, if D. Pascal was here, he might be lying to me, but if D. Pascal was here and watched this, I guarantee he'd be like, hey, man, it's all right. It ain't great, but it's all right, and that's all right by me. Look at this. Can you tell me which one's cut? Which one, huh? Is it this one or this one? You know it's this one. You know it's this one. Look, this is what we started off with. Y'all see the hump, baby. You see just all that rubber. Look at all that rubber. Would you just look at that? Now you look at this right here. You look at this right here. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. There ain't no rubber on there, baby. This thing is thin and ain't gonna need to win. I just took 1.2 pounds off this thing. Look at that. Nice and true. I didn't have no fancy tools, okay? No, I've got the eyes, okay? I've got the vision. There's nothing wrong with just scoping back sometimes and just eyeballing things, okay? People did it back in the 1800s, okay? You don't have to just worry yourself like, I can't do that, man. So I got to buy this micrometer. I got to get a straight edge. I got to have a Larry Jones cutting machine. Dang! So all you need is a Bondo file and some sandpaper, and you're going to be thin in the wind. We got one more left. We're not going to do our left rears. I don't know if you can tell, but the left rears, they kind of come factorized. Sorry, y'all over here. The left rears, they kind of come factorized with less rubber. So we don't need to cut the left rear. We just got to cut one more right side, and we got this set of tires cut. The problem is I'm cutting these for Nationals, October 11th, which is only 4 weeks away. So these tires are really just like, they're just about 3 weeks too fresh. So it's pointless anyways. Without a doubt, we got ourselves a very nice set of cut tires. I may have cut too much rubber off. As you can see, I did not leave very much there. And I'll be honest, I know some of you are going to let me know that I cut too much off. I'd only run one pass with that Bondo file, and I won last Saturday. That's what they'll say. And they're probably right. Maybe we did. It's a first time for everything. That's the only way you're going to learn. Okay, we can procrastinate, and never do it, or we could just do it. With that being said, that's going to do us no good for this weekend coming up. We do have a set of cut tires we cut months ago, people, months. 6.6 is when these were cut and rolled, and they've never touched the speedway. The problem with these here cuts is they're too old, and I just can't make a 6-week set of tires just pop up. Okay, I ain't got the finances. What we're going to do is we're going to roll the we're going to get some of that. Just wait, there's more. Texas homebrew for a fresh re-roll, and they'll be just right for this weekend. So tag along, friends. Let's re-roll some tires. First things to be told first, friends. First things first. One thing I like to do is, hey, you got to keep some sort of luggage. Not your luggage, but luggage. I ride it inside the wheel. 6.6 with a seat up so when I cut the tire. And now what I'm about to do right here today is that 9 double deuce. I don't like to put the CC in there because there's a lot of nosy people. When you ain't looking, they be looking up in there, and they just see the CC amount. I have the CC amount in my little red book. Now, I won't show you the amounts, but I have like the number, like this right here is set number 4. And I'll write in there to how much I rolled it, when I rolled it, etc. So I have the logs, ladies and gentlemen, the logs. The first thing, the first, is you'll need your measuring device, okay? You'll see this? It's real nice. It's got the ounces. It's got the cc's, the pints. What else you want to know? Then you need the Texas homebrew. This is not available in stores yet, but we are sure working on it. We got to win on it first. If we win on it, then we can say we've won on it. And that helps with the selling process. Our normal cc dosage would be, about twice this much. Okay, but since this is a roll, I'm going to do about half that. About half. I didn't say exactly half, just about, okay? That's what we're gonna do. That's just about what I need. Just about. Where's my noodles? You gotta get one of these noodles. I didn't have no fresh noodles, so I robbed this off top of the gas tank on a racing go-kart. It sounds kick-ass. We got our pool noodles on. Now you need your juice. Do us a little compression test, what we doing here. Come on, Tyre. Suck it on up. Drink it. That's a nice shot right there. This tire right here is gonna be rolled perfectly. Y'all mentioned in the past you can't hold it up, right? We gotta leave it down on its side till we get some air in it. Air as in air, okay? It's made of hydrogen and oxygen. I think that's chemicals on it, I believe. Just a little bit. You don't want the tire to have any bow, inward or outward. You want just a little. You want it about flat, about even. Even Stevens it is. You be good now. Get yourself rolling. We're gonna let them cook about 3.5 hours. Got a good one. Sometimes these batch of Harbor Freight gloves, you get about 30 bad ones, one good, but I like to get that strength on it. The interesting fact about the big race coming up this weekend is all of the tires have been rolled with my inside, okay? All of the tires have been wiped with me outside. You see here, this is not a hot lap tool. Matter of fact, there's no hot lap in it, but the can was empty and free, so I used the can. But really, this isn't my outside. I promise I not lied to you. We gotta love on the outside of the tires just as much, and we'll talk about our collections. I'll tell you as we go. This is the oldest set, 527, never been raced, re-rolled, 8.4. How you doing? How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? These could be a good set for this weekend. The only problem with this set, just like our other set that we just re-rolled, they are, I believe, 24 date code, if I'm correct. 23 date code. That's not helping our situation. The good thing is we are going to Alma, which is a bad to the bone, bit up racing track. What is that? That Texas the goat Pete done killed Freddie. We're gonna have a moment of silence here. I will let him go now. Bye. We've got the race. It's this weekend, Alma. I believe it's like 2,000 doll hairs to win, if I am correct. That's kind of what we are getting prepared for. We've got the Maxxis Nationals coming up. I hope to be prepared for it as well. Then we've got World 100, beginning of November. I plan to be there as well. We're starting to get our tire collection. I mean, we've had our tire collection. That's what sucks. I would say 3 sets of these are almost too old, if I'm being 100% honest. There's a couple sets here, like these last 2 sets. The set that we cut, beginning of the video, and this full rubber set, that's like a sister, but she's a little fatter. She likes gas station boiled peanuts, okay? Honey buns, zebra cakes, Little Devils, okay? She likes them, so she's a little thicker. Either way, both them sets are going to be great World 100 sets. I still think they'll be too fresh for Nationals, but we'll have them for that too. But as far as the Crossroads goes, them right there are going to be real nice for Saturdays. We're going to wipe them on up either way, though. Where's my juice? Somebody get my juice, please. When I say too fresh of a tire for the weekend, too fresh of a tire, what I'm saying is here, this is some of our freshest tires. Look at there. Can you see it? 9.8. You see here, that leaves us with 19-day-old tire, okay? The rubber's fresh. The rubber is firm. It's going to ripple up on you. It's just going to be too fresh. Fresh out the mold. That chemical ain't ringing its procedure for 47 days, is what they say. That's what they say, 47. It could just be too fresh, needs something a little tougher, and that's when you come in maybe like an 8-week-old tire. I don't know how many days that is, but that'd be 7 times 8, however much that is. It's here, guys. We're at the end of the video. I appreciate you guys. We got to cut some tires. We got to roll some tires. We had to have loads of fun. It's such a great episode with you guys. I appreciate y'all for coming on out and stopping by. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. I don't know why. If you don't, maybe I'll cry. I don't know. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. God bless. Beat it. Thanks to all y'all that continue to support us. You know who you are. Drop comments, share it, subscribe. It's great. Thanks.